PM Modi says Japan has great technology, India has great talent. Together, both countries can do big things. Jinping's secret letter to India exposed, warned US-India deals could hurt China's interests. Tariffs put strain on India-US trade ties. Indian government explores alternatives in EU, Middle East, Africa. Namaskar, welcome to HyBiz. I'm Shashira. You are watching Business Talk. On Friday, Prime Minister Narendra Modi reached Japan for a two-day visit. During this, he addressed the India-Japan Joint Economic Forum in Tokyo. In his speech, PM Modi said that India is the biggest country for investment. He added that the world is not only looking at India but also believing in India. Modi said that Japan is a powerhouse of technology while India is a powerhouse of talent. He added that only technology and talent can lead the way. Modi also said that there are immense possibilities for cooperation between India and Japan. Before Modi's speech, Japan's Prime Minister Ishiba said that Indian talent and Japanese technology are made for each other. This is Modi's 8th visit to Japan as Prime Minister. At a Tokyo hotel, local artists welcomed him by chanting the Gayatri Mantra. He also met members of the Indian diaspora. Before starting his journey, PM Modi wrote on social media that the aim of this visit is to strengthen the strategic and global partnership between the two countries. After his Japan visit on 31st August, PM Modi will travel to China. There is a big disclosure from Bloomberg. Chinese President Xi Jinping wrote a letter to Indian President Draupadi Murmu saying that trade deals between India and the US could hurt China's interests. This was reported by Bloomberg. In March, when US President Donald Trump was making his trade war against China tougher, Beijing quietly started talking to China. In his letter, Xi showed interest in improving relations with India. After this, ties between the two countries slowly improved, and plans were made for Prime Minister Narendra Modi to visit China. According to the report, an Indian official said that the letter was also shown to PM Modi so he could judge how much scope there was to improve relations. In the letter, China said it was worried that India-US agreements could harm its interests. It also said that a provincial Chinese official would lead efforts to improve ties. By June, India had not replied clearly to Xi's letter, but things changed when trade talks between India and the US faced problems. Experts said India was angry about two things. Trump claimed he had helped India and Pakistan agree to a ceasefire, which India strongly denied. These actions increased tensions between India and the US, and after that, India started responding more seriously to China. In August, India and China agreed to work harder to solve their border issues, including the 2020 Galwan Valley clash. Now PM Modi is preparing to visit China, his first visit in 7 years. The report also says that even before Trump's tariff decision, India and China had been talking seriously. Last year, both countries made a partial agreement to ease tensions in Ladakh. That deal helped pave the way for Modi and Xi's direct meeting. PM Modi will now travel to China for the Shanghai Cooperation Organization summit, where he will meet Xi Jinping and Russian President Vladimir Putin. The US is watching this meeting carefully as it could affect its own strategic interests. Actually, India exports goods worth 38 lakh rupees crore annually, with nearly 20% of these exports going to the United States. According to the central government, the imposition of a 50% tariff by the US would impact around 4.22 lakh rupees crore, worth of Indian exports. A closer look at the data shows India's heavy reliance on the US market for several product categories. The government has now begun strategizing alternatives, exploring how to diversify exports and reduce this dependence. If Indian products face restrictions in the American market, exporters will have to seek new destinations and trade partners. To mitigate risk from the US tariffs, India's Commerce Ministry has framed a new export strategy focusing on nearly 50 countries. As per a Reuters report, the strategy emphasizes expanding trade with Europe, Russia, China, the Middle East, and Africa. These markets are expected to provide alternatives avenues for goods that currently dominate exports to the US. India has already signed a trade deal with Iceland, Liechtenstein, Norway, and Switzerland, which will come into effect on October 1st. A trade agreement with the United Kingdom is expected to take effect by April next year. Negotiations are also ongoing with Oman, Chile, Peru, Australia, New Zealand, and the European Union as part of India's broader effort to expand preferential trade agreements. According to trade reports, India is working on industry-specific market strategies. For seafood exports, the focus is shifting towards Russia, the UK, the European Union, Norway, Switzerland, and South Korea. Similarly, for diamonds and jewelry, India is exploring opportunities in Vietnam, Thailand, Malaysia, and African nations. These targeted markets are seen as critical to offset potential losses from the US market. Through these steps, the government aims to safeguard India's export sector, ensuring that businesses find new growth opportunities even in the face of American tariff barriers. Thanks for watching. Keep watching HyBiz. Namaskar.